Hello guys, I am in my studio. So today's video is going to be a little different. I thought I would laminate my brows for you so that you guys could kind of see what the process is if you were curious as to what this looks like, if you wanted to get this done where you live, or if you wanted to come see me and get it done. For the month of June, all appointments are half off. So for me, laminating would only cost $25. So if you want to come see me, I'm going to walk you through the process. So right now I'm going to take any eyebrow makeup I have off, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we have to start with clean, dry brows. So as you can see, this is my brow hair. I do have previous microblading. I don't know if you can tell or not, and shading. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the first solution. Now, everybody has a different, well, not everybody, but some people have different like brow laminating products. So the one that I have is made specifically for brows. So there are some people that use ones that are actually the lash lift solution. There's kind of debates on whether or not that's safe for your brows or not, because some people say that not all of them are made specifically for to be put on the skin. So the one that I use is made specifically to go on skin. So it's not supposed to be irritating or anything like that. So I'm gonna apply that first solution, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I do. So this solution goes, it's kind of thick like glue. So this goes over your brow hair, and it's mainly, and as you can see, as I like pull my brow hair up, I don't have a ton of brow hair like back here. But the brow hair that I have is long, and I specifically have not trimmed them in a while. Now, if you are not, at least in Indiana, if you are not a licensed esthetician or cosmetologist, you cannot trim brow hair. So just a heads up. If you have anybody who says, sorry, that was my trash can. If you have anybody that says otherwise, that is not true. So what I'm gonna do now is take a mascara wand, and I'm gonna kind of comb through these so you can see the hair, but I wanna kind of get that in there. Sorry, I'm looking in my mirror here. So I wanna make sure that that's in the brow hair. And everybody can choose a different shapes. Like if you don't like this like really fluffy, you don't have to have this shape. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is take step number 2, which is the brow reform. And I am going to put that through my brow. So I'll come back and I'll show you me doing that. Okay, so this is the part that actually breaks down the bonds in the hair. So this is the part that stinks. It kind of smells like a perm. If you've ever had a perm, you'll know exactly what smell I'm talking about. It's kind of skunky. So I apply like a generous amount. I've already done this brow, but I'm gonna go through it, and then I'm gonna get another clean mascara wand and go through this again. There we go. And I'm just gonna make sure that they are combed the way that I want them to be. So for me, like I like them to be kind of spiky. So for me, I'll kind of push them up and out. So then the next thing that I'll need to do is I'm gonna put saran wrap on them, and then put a heating mask on them, and then I'll set them for 10 minutes. So I won't show you that part, but I'll be back. Now, if this isn't like what you were thinking was gonna happen, so I have saran wrap, kind of like a saran wrap sort of thing, a heat mask, and then this is just pressure. So you would lay in my chair like this for 10 minutes or so. So that's what we're gonna do, is set a timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll take this off and show you. Okay, I've taken off the saran wrap and the heat thing, and then now I'm going to, you dry remove all that stuff off your brows like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, the next step is the setting gel. So you apply a generous amount of that. By the way, my face is only red because of the heat, not because it hurts or because it's sensitive or anything like that. So see now how my eyebrow hairs are laying down so much better than they were? They're so much like easier to straighten than they were before. They're not like as squirrely, especially like right here. Before they were harder to get straight with just like this little lip wand, but now they're so much easier to lay straight. I don't know if you can tell, especially like right over here. Okay, so then I do that, and then I'm gonna put saran wrap on it again, put the heat over it again, and then let it set again. So I'll be back. Okay, I already did it on one brow, but the last step is this stuff called Hydro Rinse. So it's basically like a waterless cleaner that cleans everything off your brows. So cleans makeup off, and again, everything is red because of the heat. Like this one's already calmed down, but the heat in the wiping. So this gets everything cleaned off, because much like a perm, you cannot get these wet for, I prefer 48 hours, like as the person doing it to you, I prefer 48 hours. So if you're gonna, when you wash your face, like please don't get them wet. You need them to have time to set. And then the very, very, very last step is a brow treatment gel. So this will set them into place. Sorry, I'm trying to get it apart. Set them into place. Is this a good look? Is this like the best thing ever? Set them into place, and then this brow gel is for sale on her website, the girl who makes this stuff, but it sets them into place, and then over time can actually make them darker and helps them grow. So it's just a brow gel that sets them in place. And again, I prefer mine on the fluffy side. And now, getting your brows laminated does not mean that, I'm gonna get another one, but it does not mean that your brows, like you just wake up and they look like this. So you will have to like brush them into place every day. But what it means is it breaks down the bonds of your hair. So it makes, if you have really unruly or like bushy brows, it breaks down the bonds so that they're easier to manage. If you don't have bushy brows like me, but they're kind of like unruly, or they don't all go in the same direction, it means that they will now go in the same direction, and it makes it easier to manage them. I like it because mine are just kind of crazy, and they don't, like, the ones on the ends grow like down and sometimes this way. So this makes it so much easier for me to manage them. Oh, my phone's about to die. Sorry about that. It makes it easier for me to manage them when I use a brow gel, because even for me, like, brow gels do not hold them into place all the way, especially on the tails, even strong brow gels. Now, if you don't necessarily want to go this route, message me, and I do have some alternative like brow gels or brow soaps that are really great. But if those won't hold your brows into place, like they don't mind, this is kind of a required step to get mine to kind of really lock into place. And then those are kind of an added step for me that have really helped me get my brows to look amazing. Thanks for watching. Bye.